Christian, you looked at new biomarkers for obesity, which can predict obesity early in life. This is called metabolomics. Can you tell us what this is? It's a new term. I know it's difficult to explain, but can you do that?
I would try it maybe in an easy way. Metabolomics is an analysis of all metabolites in the biological system, so the human body, for instance, or animal models or cell cultures. And the metabolite is a small molecule, so it's less than 1,000 Dalton, and it's involved in all these processes, and it's a downstream product of enzymes and genetics and epigenetics mechanisms.
So what did you find? This was a study where infants had a high protein intake and a low protein intake. And you found marked differences in this metabolomic outcome. What was it? And how do you interpret it?
So we especially looked at the amino acids because they are so influenced by the protein diet, of course. And the main outcome was that essential amino acids are strongly elevated in the high protein group, and that the branched-chain amino acids are striking out from all these essential amino acids. And that
what are the branched-chain?
The branched-chain, valine, isoleucine, and leucine.
What are they doing?
They act as signal molecule, mainly for protein intake. So the tissue knows there's protein intake, there are amino acids available to stop breakdown of proteins and to enhance protein synthesis. And furthermore, branched-chain amino acids may also affect fat metabolism, and they also increase insulin secretion.
Does that mean if you have high levels of branched-chain amino acids, more protein is synthesized and more fat perhaps even?
Yeah, this is maybe the conclusion of this, is that this enhancement of the branched-chain amino acids results in a higher protein and fat synthesis and storage in the tissues like adipose tissue.
That means high branched-chain amino acids, later on I get fat?
Maybe. So there's, of course, metabolomics is a new field and there are so many different studies. In adulthood, it is clearly shown that high levels of branched-chain amino acids and their degradation products are related to obesity. In infants, there's quite confusing data. There are some studies which don't show relation between obesity and branched-chain amino acids, but the relation between BMI and the branched-chain amino acids. So there's an assumption that there's a regulation mechanism in children already. But branched-chain amino acids, according with different products of beta oxidation of fats, are at the moment the most potential biomarkers for obesity.
So what would be your practical recommendation? Breastfeeding, because here the protein is low, and if breastfeeding stops, what to do?
Oh, it's a very interesting question, since we have also other trials at our division. The first thing to reduce the amount of protein, but you also have to look at the composition of the protein, so not just reducing anything. Of course, there are essential amino acids the human body needs, and so you have to find the correct composition of this protein, but it should still be protein, because if you just need free amino acids, they are not resorbed actually so good, and so the best thing would be to optimize the composition of the protein to get it in an isocaloric formula. Yeah.
And to have it at a low level.
Yeah.
And this would be guaranteeing the best growth pattern.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.